They say your brain doesn't fully develop until you're around 25 years old. And based on my experience, I would have to agree. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. At 31, I've done an incredible amount of work on myself, emotionally, financially, and physically, to get to a place where I'm happy with who I am today. Now, saying that doesn't mean that I don't still have work to do, and I do. I'm going to therapy regularly and trying to make sure I'm absolutely sure that I'm constantly trying to better myself and make myself the person I hope to be in the future for myself and for a future partner. And along that path, I've seen a really disturbing trend of these alpha male bros pushing along these ideologies onto these very young, impressionable men who are confused in where they are in life, don't really know how to handle their emotions, and are reaching out for some kind of answer as to who they should be in life. I don't think the answer to those questions are with the Andrew Tates or Nick Fuenteses of the world. I think it's here. I will never tell you you don't lift enough weights or make enough money. I will never tell you that you are a failure. All I will tell you is that there's always room for improvement. And as somebody who has gone along that journey and come out the other end so much better of a person than I was before, I can tell you, you can do the same. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to make you buy any courses. I'm not even trying to create a large following. All I want to do is reach out to young men who are struggling in life, talk to them directly, and help them find a different path to becoming who they want to be. I was very lucky growing up in a pretty privileged part of the US. I had incredible teachers, I had good parents, I never struggled financially, I had plenty of friends, and I still had those dark, deep thoughts that many men struggle with to this day. Even when it feels like you haven't had to struggle in life, and especially when you have, it's extremely important to make the right decisions of who you want to be growing up and getting past that stage. The answer is never putting other people down to lift yourself up. The answer is always to lift yourself up so you can help others get to that same point. And that's what this channel is about. I'm trying to reach out to those young men who are confused about who they are, who they want to be, and give them an alternative to the alpha male pipeline. I want to give you the opportunity to see there's another way, and to show you with evidence and testimonials and proof of all kinds that shutting out the world and blaming all of your problems on other people isn't going to get you anywhere in life. The only way to get through is accountability, emotional maturity, and emotional intelligence. And that's what I want to help you do. And I'm not just talking to young men, I'm talking to all genders, all ages, anyone who wants to listen to my story of how I became who I am today, how I am so incredibly proud of the work that I have done to become an emotionally intelligent person, and to desperately share that with the rest of the world, so hopefully you can get there too. All I ask is for your patience, your willingness to learn, and to have an open heart. And I'm not going to promise you anything. I'm not going to tell you I can fix all your problems or tell you how to live. I don't want to do that. All I want to do is give you the tools from my own experience and the people I've met, incredible people along the way who have become my mentors, who have stuck with me throughout my entire life, to ensure that I want to be who I want to be for me, not for other people to tell me who I should be, to find out the person I'm meant to be for myself. Because the only judgment that you should care about is the judgment you have for yourself and not for others. So please come with me on this journey. We can share together our experiences, we can laugh, we can cry, and continue every day to try to make ourselves better. Not for the desires of others, but for the betterment of ourselves. Because while there's a bunch of journeys you can take to go on a toxic masculinity pipeline and end up alone and afraid and scared and angry at the world, I want to show you the other path.